Let's make some carnivore friendly bread. Look how beautiful she looks. My hand is on fire too. Definitely should let it cool before I do all this. This is after it's been in the air fryer. If this sounds good to you guys, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment, and say hello. And let me know what you think of this. This recipe will also be in my book. I have an upcoming cookbook that is available for pre-order right now, so grab your copy. Pre-orders are super important on how the path of the book goes. Right now it's just sold online, but if pre-sales go well, then a store may want to carry it. And that would be amazing for other people to find out about carnivore if they are suffering and not feeling good and overweight and sick. I would love to help other people find out about this way of eating so they can heal themselves. So this is the easiest recipe. We're just dumping all the ingredients in. I'm going to put it in my food processor. It just makes it a little easier for me. I have not tried it using just like a hand mixer, but other people have, and they said it works just fine. So I will put the written recipe down in the description, but just to let you know real quick, we are doing 12 eggs, 1.5 cups of cottage cheese, 2 cups of pork panko, 1 stick of butter that is melted, and I do salted. We're going to put it all in a 9x5 pan, which I recommend lining with parchment paper. I just realized I am completely out, so I greased it up real good with butter. And it works pretty good. Sometimes a few spots still stick, so I would use the parchment for easy access and easy cleanup. And I have my oven set to 375. We're gonna cook it for about 60 minutes until a toothpick comes out clean. I don't know why, but like there have been a few people that have made it and it totally puffs up. So I would put a pan underneath just in case, but I have not had that issue and I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know if it's an elevation thing or what's going on. And then I slice mine very thin into 22 slices that are about like a tad less than ½ inch. I'm going to start with the eggs and eggshell. Oh my goodness, Courtney. Come on. Like my first, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Like my first time cracking eggs over here. We are going to do 12 eggs. And let's talk about this a little bit. Okay, because people have made it. And people either love it or they're like, it's too eggy. And yes, it is eggy. There are 12 eggs in here. But here's the thing. It's very forgiving. You could add more. If you want to play around with this yourself, you can add more panko. But why I don't have more panko is because I have another recipe that is panko based. And it has a pork panko flavor, which I think is fine and great. But this one, I wanted it to be more neutral. So I feel like the flavor on this is super neutral. It doesn't really taste like much. I mean, you want it to be as close to bread as you can. So if it were to have more panko, yes, it would give it more of a bread-like texture, but it's going to change the flavor. So the texture of this one, once it's baked, it's kind of like a banana bread. It's going to be moist, God, that word, but it's like, it is a little bit wet. So that's why I toast it up in the air fryer to help dry it out. Also, what I love to do is, so when I want it bread-like, I'm drying it out in the air fryer for 400 degrees, about 10 minutes, flipping halfway, and it's gonna be like a piece of toast. What I also like to do is pan fry the slices. And so I'll just get a pan, add some butter, and fry it up that way with a little sprinkle of cinnamon. And it's gonna be more of the texture of French toast. So, you know, French toast, it's soft and eggy. So just a quick pan fry, it will give you that. But if you want more bread-like and toast, you're gonna wanna put it in the air fryer so that way it gets toasty, but it dries out the center as well. So to this, I'm going to add 1.5 cups of cottage cheese. I have had people say they have made it with cream cheese and thought it turned out great. I haven't tried that, so I can't say go for it. I mean, you can go for it, but I can't, co-sign on that. This looks very like creamy. I have used low fat, full fat. I've tried them all. They all work great. There is 2 cups in this container, so I'm just going to eyeball it and leave a little bit left in here. And why I like cottage cheese instead of cream cheese is just the protein is going to be a little bit more. And like I said, it's very forgiving if you want to play around and make it your own. Right, the pork panko. Let's not pack it in like brown sugar. I pour it in, or you can do the weight. I will put the weight in the recipe because I don't know it off the top of my head. But like I said before, it's forgiving. So if you just do it like this, eyeball. Even if you did pack it in, it would just have a little bit more of the pork panko flavor and be not as neutral. And I get this on Amazon. It is also at Walmart. And I believe if you have an HEB, I think it's there too. I just order mine online. So we're going to do 2 cups of that. I mean, just kind of eyeballing it all and not having it be perfect. We are running out of space. Oh, the butter. Okay, so you want it melted. You're going to pour your butter in. Mine still has a little chunk in there, but that's okay. Oh, great, as it oozes out. And then we're just going to blend it all up. And then we're going to pour it in. And I'm really wishing I had that parchment paper. Can you see? Yes, you can see. Woo! Almost lost my blade. Oh my goodness. Okay. There's never smooth sailing over here. So then we're going to pop it in the oven for an hour or until it toothpick test comes out clean. And I'm going to live on the edge. I'm not putting a pan in. Probably should, knock on wood now that I say that. But do a pan at the bottom just in case. It's like 1 in 100 people's have been overflowing. All right, here it is, fresh out of the oven. Burned myself. Look how beautiful she is. Okay, so like I said, I would definitely do parchment. It is, it might actually be okay. But I mean, what a hassle to have to like go around and unstick. Yeah, okay, it's coming off pretty good. But yeah, parchment, you would just lift it right off. So I will show you this after I get this out. No one wants to watch me doing this. So, and I'll just add, when you lift it out with the parchment paper, I would let it completely cool before you cut into it. But I just want to get this video done. So I'm going to be doing all this while it's still hot, which is, I do not recommend. Okay, hopefully, whew, I'm losing my clothes. Hopefully it's not totally stuck on the bottom. Ooh, okay, not too bad. Smoking though. This is where a bread knife would come in handy. I don't have a bread knife, but my kids have these knives. They're plastic, but it's serrated, so it's like the closest thing I've got. Oops, see, definitely let it cool. But here she is. Oh, I'm gonna get a facial too. Okay, so you're gonna wanna cut it as thin as you can. All right. Oops, we lost the side there. And I'm going to toast mine in the air fryer, and I'll show you when it's done. While that toasts, I will also add that when I made this at the meat stock retreat, we didn't have enough of the plain panko, so we actually used half regular panko and half of the Italian, and it was actually really good. So you can kind of play around, make this your own. If you wanted to make it like a more like sweeter, I mean, you could probably add some like sweetener or something to it, but you could add in some vanilla, you can add in some cinnamon, or you can go like the garlic bread route, add some garlic, add some Italian seasoning. My jazz hands. I think there's a lot of potential for this little thing. I just want to hug it. But as you can see, it's like, you know, kind of eggy. It's dense, and that's why I do the air fryer to dry it out. Or you would just take small slices like this, pan fry them, add a little bit of like some cinnamon, and for my kids, I would do a little bit of maple syrup and have French toast. So this would be good topped with butter or cream cheese, or make a sandwich out of it. If you enjoyed this video, give this a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed. Say hello in the comments. Let me know if you make it, and I will see you guys next time.